was going to try something else when the guy came and sat down, and I said, he said, what are you going to ask me? I said, I'm going to ask you things like how many babies they have in each litter. And he went, I don't know. I said, oh, well, it varies. It can be as many as 30. I said, and what's the things they eat in the wild? And he went, I don't know. I said, well, they tend to... They tend to eat not only insects, but also sometimes grubs that they find. Do you know anything about tarantulas? He went, oh, I've only had it 6 weeks. So I realised that I knew more about tarantulas than the guy I was interviewing about a tarantula, because I'd done the interview so many times. But my point is this. It didn't matter what you did on telly. You could actually probably have just stood there for 2 hours and gone... People would come up to you and they go... Saw you on the telly. Where'd you get that shirt? That's all they've said. Girls come up to you and they go, where'd you get that shirt? I want to get one like that for my Robbie. So it's the shirt thing. And I'm now wondering what to wear. I know it doesn't, obviously...
Oh, here we go again.
Detain you enormously, does it, man? Nice hoodie, by the way.
Thanks.
I thought about wearing a hoodie. Stuart's got...
just a T-shirt.
A beige T-shirt.
Grey.
Is it grey?
Yeah.
Sorry, one insult.
Beige.
Suggesting...
That's not grey.
It's beige.
It's brown.
I just like the slight indignance there at the idea that your T-shirt is not grey. Yes, it is grey.
Sorry,
I
mate.
can see that now. It is so grey. It's grey.
Do you know, I'm beginning to think that sometimes I should just sit in this corner and shut the fuck up for the entire show. I know the feeling.
I know you can say what you like, but we're going to have to work on your laugh.
You see, there we go again.
There it is. There it is. We're going to have to get your laugh down there. And if in doubt, don't laugh, because it's not manly to laugh. John Wayne knew that. Do you ever see John Wayne laugh in a film? No. He never... Arnold Schwarzenegger? No. No. They don't do two things. John Wayne and Arnold Schwarzenegger, they never laughed or blinked in their films.
Really?
That's correct. You will. I promise you, you will never find a movie. Not even in Twins did Arnold Schwarzenegger blink.
He laughed.
You tried
in Twins, didn't he?
I'm going to watch now.
Well, they sort of laugh a little bit, but not a lot. Really. Where did we get to? Emails.
Andrew Nixon says 3 favourite radio presenters: Phil Wood, Piccadilly, James H. Reeve, and someone called Timothy Boyd.
Okay. I'll tell you that I've got a website. Anybody who wants to can go to. It's called fantasyfm.com. Go to fantasyfm.com. Anybody listening at their PC, you can keep the audio stream up. But if you go to fantasyfm.com, you got it up yet? Anybody?
The domain name Fantasy FM has been registered by one of our clients.
Is it not? It's not fantasyfm.com. Is it fantasyfm.co.uk? Try that. Fantasyfm, one word, .co.uk. Somebody's got it.
Got it now.
Everybody got it? Okay.
It's not me.
That's all right. That's the audio on it. You know, like fantasy football?
Yep.
Well, this is fantasy radio, so you get to pick your own radio station.
Oh, wow.
And you staff it with whichever wankers you want. And you it costs you £5 to enter, and then whoever, next time the ratings come out, whoever's radio station has the biggest cumulative ratings, because you have to pick jocks from different stations.
Right.
Whoever's radio station has the highest percentage increase in cumulative ratings, wins the money.
That's really quite funny, that.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm imagining Ian Lee's not a popular selection.
Well, I don't know how many different selections have already been made, but you can choose. I think there's a thing at the top right that says...
create your radio station here.
Yeah, click on that.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, what have you got?
Nominate a station and DJ for each of the 6 shows below. Name your station and go live on air with Fantasy FM. Okay, so I think the first slot's breakfast, isn't it? Breakfast show, yes.
So I think you can choose...
You can then choose a station. So
choose a station.
So let's pick, I don't know, just for the hell of it, let's pick LBC.
All right. And I think then you'll get a drop-down menu of all the LBC presenters.
It's thinking about it. Yep. Okay, so I've now got, yep.
Got Ian Lee on there?
It does still have Ian Lee on there, yes.
Okay, well, in that case, you're allowed to choose him.
Okay.
So I think if you select, then you get Ian Lee as your breakfast.
I have got Ian Lee as my breakfast DJ, yes.
What have you got, Matt?
Rugby FM, where I used to work.
Has he got you up there?
I used to be breakfast presenter there.
Yeah, go on. Who's there?
I know it is Carl Hartley.
Yes.
Won't get any points for that.
Oh my God, my name's still in there.
There you are. You see, so at the moment you're valid for that radio station because obviously.
Well, it should be. They sacked me.
But anyway, why did they sack you?
We got took over by a new company.
Oh, that's not good
enough. Fuck it, I don't care. They're a bunch of bloody idiots and they don't know what they're doing.
Most people in radio are a bunch of idiots. Most people, not everybody, but most people. Mm-hmm. So you're going to think about an entry then, guys?
Not at $5, no, jeez.
5 is too much, is it?
It's a pack of fags.
Not anymore, it's not.
Right.
Oh, you down to asking for 10s?
It's 8 cans of Foster's.
Down to asking for 10s?
No, I'm smoking rolling.
No, Matt.
Smoking rolling tobacco.
Tell you what I did the other day, and this made the woman in the off licence laugh. She gave me a packet of 20 Marlboro Lights, and I said, no. I said, could I swap these? She said, why? I said, I don't like the message on this one.
Just don't get the ones that say you'll get cancer.
Yeah. I said, have you got any that say that smoking makes you look mature and sexy? She laughed. Emails, Matt, how are we doing?
Sorry, I'll get carried away looking.
Oh, no, you stay with Fantasy FM then.
No, I've got some emails here.
Okay.
Oliver Knight thinks Zara comes across as awfully self-important. And Steve Bentley says the whole radio situation is best summed up by one of your former stations. You're listening to Talk Radio. Write it down.
Yes, that's true. They did say that. Write it down. Okay, we'll take a call. Thank you for calling Play Radio. Who's this?
It's Richard in Crawley.
Hello, Richard.
All right. First I'll just agree with Zara about the news. I used to be a real news addict. Until about a couple of years ago. I used to watch all the TV news channels, News 24, Sky News, Fox News, and Euro News and all the rest of it. And then I discovered LBC and Ian Lee and Clive Bull. And then I realised you don't have to talk about the news to have fun on the radio. Well, you don't have to talk about the news on talk radio at all. And obviously, it's always been puzzled me why so many talk shows on the radio always talk about the news. And why do you think that is?
Why do I think that is? Well, in the case of LBC, when they were owned by ITN owned LBC largely just to make their portfolio of media outlets as broad as possible. But when I worked for LBC, I didn't want to talk about news. But it came down from on high that you had to, because otherwise you were somehow diminishing their key, their key product, which is news. Also, there's just a tradition that things like whether Marmite is better than peanut butter is not important enough for you to talk about it on air. And I don't think that's the case, because I think those are the things that make up people's real lives. Love and hate and Marmite and peanut butter and stuff like that.
It does seem that when they do talk about the news, they do seem to get more calls. It's just easier to do phone-ins like that.
Well, no, that's not true, actually. You get the usual bores. When you do the programme about the news, you get a couple of switchboard calls, not many, and it's the usual characters who like the sound of their own voice. And they come out with the usual stuff that you expect. And so I don't know what's the point of them saying it or the point of anybody listening to it. But why should a member of the public know more about what's going on in the Middle East than a journalist? And what could anybody from the general public phoning a phone-in programme possibly tell you about the Middle East that you don't know, apart from what they think? And who cares what they think? But that person might actually know several things that nobody else knows, whether it's about the best, way to catch a bus to go to Peckham, or a funny old thing that happened to his grandmother just before she died. But people don't think...
Clive Bull on